Okay, you are good. I'm gonna transfer over here after this restarts.
Okay, I'm gonna call to order the Township Board for a meeting for Portage Township for August 19th, 2025. Quick roll call, Ryan Hill,
Homer Shabazz.
Carol Ash hopefully should be joining us online. Okay, so first we want to go ahead with the approval of the agenda for tonight.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda for our August 19th, 2025 meeting.
All right, seconded. And then approval of the minutes for last month, July 15th. I didn't see anything in particular that stood out as an issue, so I'm fine with them.
I'm good.
Motion.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from our July 15th, 2025 meeting.
All right, and seconded. So I think that's fine. All right. I want to open this session for public comment. Is there anyone online? We're connected on Zoom, right?
Oh, yeah, we're connected, but nobody at home.
Okay. All right. Seeing no one for public comment, go ahead and close public comment and move on to new business.
All right. Recording.
Question?
Oh, well, yeah. Why do you know? Well. All right. Okay, under new business, our first resolution is creating a township parks department. Pretty straightforward here. That this resolution basically is just many townships have a parks department, many townships have parks and various things. With the inclusion of cemeteries and parcels of property being invested in and transferred to Portage Township or considered to be transferred. A good first step would be for the board to create the parks department. And it would be budgeted for in the 2026 budget, and that's what this resolution is.
Okay. Under this, says trustee shall serve as park governor with all powers and duties of the park governor under the park law until such time as they appoint someone. I did not have a time to look up the statute to see what that entails.
These were all drafted by Alex. Hey, Cheryl. You keep joining? What are you trying to do? Is it on the link? Where are you getting the link? Oh, here you are. I got you now. Uh-huh. So, say again.
Sorry, so Cheryl Ash is with us now.
Is coming.
All right, let's let her join.
All right, Cheryl, we got you. Oh, she's calling me.
Or do
Okay, now am I supposed to see you all? Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. If you haven't turned your camera
Okay,
on, then
I can
no,
hear
you can see it.
You too.
Oh, we can see you. We can see you.
Okay, now I can see you all. Yes,
right.
thank you.
Okay,
Okay, I'm ready.
all right. So what is the question here?
I'm just looking at the statute defining park governor.
Well, I imagine he's just, the trustee is, has to manage all of the township property. And so I think what he's probably talking about here is just mentioning that until we hire somebody to be a parks director.
Right.
We're on, resolution, the very first resolution, Cheryl, establishing the Portage Township,
Okay,
Park and Recreations Department.
okay.
Okay.
I
Not
didn't
really
have any
seeing-
questions.
Not seeing any issues here, so. Mhm. Just double checking, make sure there's no oddities in the language. Okay, yeah, I don't see any problem. So with this, in the future, if we were to continue on these, we would need to establish a township park and recreation board.
Yeah, we can, yes.
So that would consist of the governor as being established, and then 3 persons appointed by the executive. So that would be appointed by the governor.
Trustees, the executive.
Township Park and Recreation Board established under this section consists of the executive and 3 persons appointed by the executive to serve at the pleasure of the executive. I just want to confirm that.
So you would
because I
appoint
thought-
them, right, Jason?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay,
Said. Yeah, it's referring.
It doesn't look like we have to do that, Cheryl, though. It just says that we can.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't quite know what the point is if the executive appoints everyone. I mean, that seems. Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. Any questions or motions on this bill? This
I don't
resolution?
have any questions.
I don't have any questions.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we accept resolution 14/2025.
Carol, do you want a second?
I second it.
All right,
Yes,
all in
I
favor?
second it.
Aye.
Aye.
Cheryl, I.
Okay, next on the agenda is resolution 15. And this one is, so as ordered by the board, Lana has 2 appraisals that you're free to look through. If you want to look through them, Cheryl, I can send them to you, but I can give you the top line here, Cheryl. This is for the Mathis, property over on the west side, and. the
That's
appraisal
that
on-
baseball place, right?
That's right, yep. The first appraisal came in at $326,000, and what's the second one? Mom?
Mhm.
I'll look at it after you tell.
So if this is basically, so this resolution is, basically the board, how much?
355.
The other one's 355. So we're not paying that, we're not paying anything right now because we haven't negotiated anything. The organization that owns these is talking about transferring them to us. So what this resolution would be to authorize the township to enter into those negotiations. But if there was a purchase agreement or a transfer agreement, it would have to be approved by the board.
So they want to transfer this.
Yep.
Is that the park that? I think I went out to that park, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's like 8 or 10 acres here, whatever this says. And it's got the ballparks that we're fixing up.
Well, from what I'm hearing from other people, you can't have too many ballparks.
That's true.
Yeah, that's basically what we've been told as well. In talking to the developers and the people that operate the park space, they operate on there's never enough. It's like community centers. It's like food pantries and grocery. There's never enough. You can always use them. The Mishawaka Sports Complex. I was talking to there. It's full. It's constantly full. It's hard to get time on there because there's just not enough around. And they say that, yeah, there's not enough park space. So like what they're talking about with Portage Manor and the property there, I think that's gonna be the center argument for folks who say that should be preserved is we don't have enough green space in this community. So
One thing I'd really like to see though, like there are studies that show the impact of these kind of centers on the community, right? I'd really like someone to be going through and trying to track that and putting that together as an argument for how, these dollars are going to impact the neighborhoods. But you see like better graduation rates, you see better, which are correlated with higher incomes later in life, right? Better, lower violence when there's more kids actually able to do these kind of things and work together rather than not having those services. That's something I'd really like to see us put together an argument for, because we are kind of getting into a few of these kind of things. And I'm happy to help Connor or whoever.
so you want us to do a study?
No, I want us to collect some of the information from other studies and have it available for an argument on why we are making these investments in the community.
Okay.
So
I haven't seen this.
More of a synthesis of current research than a new study.
so what you're basically saying is there's studies that show children who are engaged in group activity, be it Boy Scouts, be it something at church, be it a sport, tend to do better. Is that what you're talking about?
And it can be quantified when you have a certain number of kids, like you see so many kids going through, like some of these will show if we have, this many hours put together for kids participating in sports, it can translate to reductions in crime. It can translate to higher graduation rates, which is part of how you can quantify the value of those dollars being invested in that side of the community. So that's something that I'd like us to have someone kind of take a look at and try to collect some of those studies so we can put forward, because it's a big investment at a time where everyone's budgets are being cut everywhere.
But also, I think we also need to just simply look at the issue of being involved in a sport is good for you physically, even if it doesn't improve your grades.
Well, that's part
or
of it.
anything.
That's some of these
It
studies
helps
have
you
done.
physically.
Good point. Good talking points for sure.
Yeah, and again, better health is also correlated with better graduation rate, lower crime, et cetera. So those are all tied together, but putting together a solid collection of some of the research and argument on that would be a good project.
I agree.
But I mean, I like the idea of, since, like I said, what I've been hearing and Jason said he'd been hearing is there's never enough ballparks. We're doing something for our residents.
Okay. Do we want to any other thoughts on the resolution? So the look at this is, how much of it were we talking about doing, Jason?
Well, no, we're not talking about paying anything. We haven't even negotiated any of that.
This is just the appraisals, or
This is just authorizing the pursuit of the negotiation of it.
okay.
A purchase agreement would have to be approved by that.
Okay, that's fine then. Anyone want to support the motion?
I make a motion that we accept resolution 15/2025.
I second it.
All in favor, Ryan, aye.
Mohammed, aye.
Cheryl, I.
All right, and then the next one here is similar. This one is actually approving the transfer of property because this is being offered to the township for free. It is a parcel of 3.5 acres adjacent to Vorty Park. And I'll bring that up here and I'll share my screen so that you can see it. Cheryl?
Yeah, so I was looking at that and trying to figure out, so there's Vorty Park, where?
So this is the area here. This is Vorty Park
Mhm.
and it's this is not. It says that, but it starts right about here. And it's this square right here, 3.5 acres right here.
Okay,
So it's adjacent to the park.
So this is far west side.
Yep, this is off of Bendix.
there's nothing
Oh,
there. right?
okay, okay,
Nope.
okay, okay.
So what's interesting about this is, I mean, sky's the like, so we did some preliminary site work here. And what these guys have basically, what these engineers have basically said is, sky's the limit here. You could do anything you want with this property. Like, there's no infrastructure under it, there's no piping. Like,
So this is concrete across the street.
that's right. In fact, if you wanted to put if at some point we wanted to put a indoor sports facility here, like they just did in Mishawaka, that would fit on the site and then some. In the future, these are not super commonly used. You could acquire these properties and easily renovate them to be kind of a shared workspace, weightlifting. And then you got Booty Park here. So like the vision is like, it's very common, like the MSA fields, when kids get dropped off to play, Jimmy Spino here. You drop off the kids to go play soccer,
I'd
the
like-
parents will then go walk the track. They'll go walk around. They do that everywhere.
Oh, right across the street. from
Now,
that.
I'm not proposing we put
That's
a
our parking lot.
$60 million sports facility here. But the idea here is the property would be transferred to Portage Township and then one day in the future, maybe, I mean, maybe anything you want, maybe it's a cooperation between the city and the county, who knows? But basically, it's being offered to transfer this property to the township for free.
I say we take it. I could see a skateboard park there. Cause the nearest skateboard park is on the south side of South Bend, where I live. And that place is always packed.
Oh, I remember how angry some people were about that one.
Really? To
Don't
Cheryl's
have
point,
anything fun.
that was part of
The
the,
one on South,
Sort of
Bend- in South.
that was part of the site planning that we looked at is there's nothing over
Said,
there
yeah.
at all.
So has there been soil tests and everything though? That would concern me. Like any necessary cleanups we might need to do or that kind of thing. We talked about maintenance earlier too.
Yeah, so the idea, we have the staff that would handle that, in-house. Just like we do with the fire stations and the, stuff, so. There would just be the added cost of gas and then the mower and that kind of stuff, but
Okay, but
pretty minimal. We would handle it in-house.
there has been site testing for other, no, there hasn't.
Soil testing? No.
Yeah.
I mean. And I feel we're.
You do that when you start, if you want to dig, you would have to do soil testing. We had to do that here.
But would the park be there then? Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
Well, that's the thing. It's not a park right now. It's an empty lot.
well, the other half of it is. The other half of that space is a park.
Right, and are you trusting everything to have been done to make sure it's okay?
No, that's why I said I feel what Ryan is saying.
Right, so I mean, is that something we could? So this would be this is actually just authorizing the transfer.
yeah,
right?
like we would accept
This
it.
is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we could do something
Well,
like this.
I see a lot.
Land.
Right.
That's what it was when we did this one, but we did it as part of our closing on this building. They come out with a machine and they dig.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
you
know.
know, but I started looking what's over on that side of town. yes, the city has some things, but they really don't have a lot. The city of South Bend, park-wise, really doesn't have a lot over there.
Right.
And I mean, I could see, like you said, walking trails. Of course, my thing is a skateboard park. They're just things that I think we could do with that in the future.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's a good idea to take it.
I think it's pretty low risk.
Okay.
You're right. I mean, the moment could come where we're like, let's build something here and we're gonna do soil tests and it's like, oof, $100,000 of remediation. Then you just have to determine if that's worth it, or whatever you were planning there, but instead, maybe we have to do a splash pad instead. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Like, sky's the limit there, but
Okay.
I make a motion to accept resolution 16, 2025.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Cheryl, yes.
Hamid, yes.
you're in the parks business. And then let's see here. Wait, we're missing something here, Lana.
17?
We're
Well,
all,
I have 17. We don't have community space user agreement. It's in the folder if you want to print it out. Thank you. Okay, resolution 17. So this one here is because the state shorted our assistance fund. We do have the ability to go and apply for the one, you can go get what's called an emergency loan. The DLGF has to approve it, but it's for instances where you have a budget shortfall. It's not that you budgeted incorrectly or you spent too much money, it's you didn't collect the money you anticipated to collect. Basically exactly what happened to our assistance fund. Then you pay that loan back as an additional levy on top of your current levy, so it doesn't have to come out of your future budgets. In order to do that, you have to go to a bank, you gotta go directly to a bank and talk to them about terms and what they'd be able to provide. And then we have to take that to the DLGF and say, if we do this, would you approve it? So that's what we're looking at doing. I don't know if that is the right move for us to do, but it's something that I'd like to move all the way up until the trigger point. Get everything in a row, and then we take a step back and say, do we want to do this? So you can only do it once every 3 years. So it was even proposed to us, you could go get a big loan to cover that shortfall for 3 years. It's paid back by an additional levy. So it exists outside of our current levy. And it gets paid back over 3 years out of that. And it would allow us to return to those normal levels of assistance that we're used to doing here, at least supplementing the fund. As you know, we're going to be doing an excess levy appeal. That also is a possibility. For future revenue as well, but the first step of that would be for the board to authorize this. I'd like to move forward with getting everything in place. But I don't even know what the interest rates would be, but getting everything in place to do that. And then we make an up or down decision on, is this the route we want to go? So that's what this resolution is about.
So this one is just for the prep. It's not authorization for the final.
That's right. This would be for me to go to the DLG and say, will you approve us if we do this?
I think it makes sense because, by the time different things get done, we're investigating, was there a mistake made? Come on in. We're investigating whether a mistake was made. What can we do? And so I say, let's do it. And then we can always just not vote to go and get the loan.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at, Cheryl. Like, I would just like to exhaust all options and just know what they all are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of being prepared for that.
Me too.
Any motion?
Oh, I make a motion to approve resolution 17, 2025.
I second.
I'm sure if I can second, can I?
The Robert rules of order say no, but there's only 3 of you, so
Fair.
yes.
All right.
Call those up when they're ready.
All right. All in favor, aye.
Mohammed, aye.
Cheryl, I.
Thank you. Last thing here is, we might as well vote on this. I don't know if it really needs to be, but I wouldn't mind you guys taking a look at it, and
What was the user agreement? Is that
That's what you have
now? Okay.
that's the next thing. So, preparing the space upstairs as community event space. Alex put together a standard agreement that anybody using the space would have to sign. It's very standard. I didn't make any alterations to what they're used to seeing here. It's what somebody would use if they were going to rent our space. And since that's the direction we're starting to head, we thought we should get something in place like this. So I would like the board to look at it and approve it if they deem that a good idea.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if we're going to, I mean,
Rather than just
Yeah.
like throwing you the keys and saying, all right,
Right.
clean up when you're done, like,
mhm.
there's a little bit more accountability here. No alcohol, they have to clean up, there'll be fees, that kind of stuff. It doesn't even establish a fee schedule yet. We're just getting the agreement.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, it does have a provision to allow alcohol, I see.
Would the owner's permission,
Right.
Oh,
Those are
yeah,
right.
you can afford it.
right?
Yeah. Like Lana had one of her days.
Mhm.
And,
I have to
I
be
believe it.
honest, I've never been upstairs. What's upstairs?
it's cubicles right now, Cheryl, but we're clearing them out. And it's two sections and there's some offices, but it's real big open space.
Mhm. It's the same size as this
Okay.
building.
Yep,
It's just,
real big open space. So you got meetings up there, you can do just about anything you want. It's just low ceilings is the only problem.
Okay.
We wanna
Can
get
we
some of
put those cubicles in? Could we put those cubicles in storage in case one day we decide what we saw at some of the other trustees where they have other agencies come in?
They're giant.
yeah, these are not the kind of
Huge.
cubicles you're thinking of.
No, yeah, I mean, this room would fit two, maybe of them,
Okay.
two of them. Yeah, they're
Good lord.
huge. They have walls.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Okay,
All right, anyways, regarding the space agreement, I don't see any issues with it.
I don't either. So we make a
I
motion
didn't.
to pass the community space. I make a motion that we accept the community space user agreement.
I'll second because I'll second one of them today.
Participating.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Second.
Muhammad, I.
Thank you for that. Last item under new business, Brian, did you want to talk about monthly food drives?
Yeah, I was thinking with everything going on, this might be a good idea to just start putting in place a monthly drive,
Mhm.
right? Once a month, encourage people to come out and drop off some of the things that we need. It was very successful during some of the protests, but obviously people get busy or whatever. I think this would be a nice thing to help plan, and just because of who we serve, it seems like it would be a good thing for us to start getting behind a little more fully. To do that, we would need to put it on a schedule, I think, and kind of work out the logistics, but I think that would be a good project for us to put in place.
You wanna do monthly?
I think so. So anyways, that was just something that came up the other day. So. All right, I think that's everything for that new business, but we do have a guest who kind of popped in.
You want to go to that?
I think that would make sense to me next.
Yeah, we don't have any old business, so, just under trustees report community. Mama, do you want to introduce Sabina?
Yeah,
Oh, you're saying?
this is my friend Sabino Rivera. Sabino has taken over, with the new board, the Pop Warner football team. Yeah, of course, we all know how that turned out when they were getting ready to go to nationals, so it didn't turn out well, so they got a new board, new leaders, and I wanted Sabino to come talk to us about it.
Sure, should I join you?
Sure. Good idea.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Apologize showing up a little late, but I appreciate this opportunity immensely. My name is Sabino Rivera Jr., and I serve as a scholastic officer as well as fundraiser chair for the Greater South Bend Pop Warner League. Now, I already know, because I don't even know all the specifics of what took place last year, and I don't really care to know at this moment. I just kind of know that it was horrific. And as of right now, we are in the process of just wiping that whole slate clean, and trying to make any reparations possible, right, to the families that really matter in this township. So essentially, we have a whole new board. Isaiah Miller is our president, and then we have a whole new team of folks that we just kind of brought together in the community. I can't mention everybody's names right now off the top of my head, but we do have a total of 50 individuals. We went ahead and stopped our cheer team this year and actually trying to recruit and having the big league that we had in years prior. But we wanted to start off with 50 students or 50 young people in this area, and start from there. So we have a U6 team, we have a U8 team, and we have a U10 team. The U10, it was the team that actually went to Florida last year for nationals. They're looking to do a repeat this year per se. The season starts here within the next few weeks. With that said, our goal was to raise funds for new helmets and new shoulder pads, as well as jerseys, because right now there's a lot of conflicting information on who's Pop Warner, who's this other league that's out there and whatnot, and they're using the same name. So most recently, we actually went through a whole name change and we got approval through Pop Warner League to change our name to the South Bend Irish. We definitely want to follow that kind of push. And hopefully that turns into a nice little relationship with Notre Dame. Is going to put that out there. But the goal is to keep our kids busy, keep our boys active. You're making mention to it keeps our families busy as well, because the amount of families that come out that support men, women, the whole family unit come out. That's something that I can say that we do very well. We have a home practice location at O'Brien Park, next to that old skate park per se, Cheryl. And then we also are allowed to use Washington High School football field as well. With that said, we do have a number of, I want to say around 8 games scheduled for this year. And it's going to be half and half, 4 here and then 4 away. But once again, it goes back to, we didn't have any helmets. I mean, I don't know what happened with that last kind of go around at it, but helmets weren't returned. We're missing jerseys, we're missing shoulder pads, and if the ones that we did find, they were completely corroded or molded or what have you. So we had to think, how are we going to make this work? So we spoke with Rydell. Rydell faces look longer than everybody else's here because they've gone through the issues too in the past. I want to say, and I'm going to be completely transparent. They've given us this opportunity to repurchase or kind of have do a deal with them. So we did raise at least $5,000. The total amount was $10,000 that we would need in order to fit all 50 students, all 50 young boys. We had $5,000 raised through registration fees and fundraiser with an initial fundraiser with families. Right now, we were able to secure around 2,000 from Gibson and Lane Construction Company out of Mishawaka. And as of right now, our goal is to look to see how we can kind of bridge the gap to make it to that goal, so we can leave out in the clear, not owe anyone at this point. And once again, it goes back to, it's not going to anybody in regards to the board or any parent. It goes straight into an account that we have with First Source, and that, or not even that, we even pitched the idea that if we offer you things that we could purchase or whatnot, that you guys purchase it directly for us. And our goal is to get to that point that we can afford all those things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
What do you need? Maybe like you get those, out there on the table.
So right now, I think what I completely understand that there's a lot of initiatives that are on the table. I'm so impressed by hearing what you guys are discussing already. It's like, hey, I want to be on the board sometime soon, just throwing it out there. But with that said,
You're here to ask for money and then say I'm not running next week. Great. Bold move,
hey,
Cotton.
come on. But all that to say, I think that there is an opportunity to just really serve our community. So I just put it out there. The goal, I mean, I'm going to be honest, we were looking at potentially asking for $2,000. And this once again will go towards our pads that need to protect our boys and our helmets that are to grade, that are up to par that can protect our young boys. To teach them the sport properly, that can set them up for something in their future in regards to if it's sports, if it's just the camaraderie, if it's the community that they're building with being on the team, or any other potential successes.
Have you reached out to any of the local banks?
We're in the process of working with the bank that we actually with First Source. We're still kind of waiting on word back there, but we haven't beyond that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just know I've seen sports sponsorships a lot from First Source and Everwise and all of those, so that might be,
And we're open to any other avenues that we could take as well. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting us to vote on that tonight, were you?
I just wanted to kind of put information there, so you guys know whatever I'm at. But you're what, yeah.
All right, Jason, can you send me sorry, what was your name again?
Sabina.
Sabina, can you send me his email later? Because I actually have a few ideas for places that you could maybe hit up.
Okay.
In addition to what we do, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll get back to you then, I guess. Gerald, do you have any questions?
No,
And sure, I need you to come back to mass, all right?
say it
I
again.
need you to come back to 9:30 mass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know where she is right now. She's laid up at Holy Cross. She had to have knee surgery. That's why she's not
Well,
here.
I apologize.
No, no.
9:30 mass ain't gonna work.
Communion.
That's
She'll take
right.
communion there though.
Maybe you could take her.
There we go. Well, once again, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate all your efforts. And if there's anything else that you need from us, feel free to let us know.
All right, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Likewise.
Thanks.
Why do you look so familiar? No, I've met you before.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm all over.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you again.
We'll send you in general. All
Yeah.
right, Cheryl. Yep, no problem. Do you want to do that now or you want me to go through the rest of my report? Okay, so. Okay, no problem. I'll just keep you on speakerphone.
Yeah.
And I'll hold you in front of whoever's talking.
Man, you got a good speakerphone. I thought you were still on this thing.
Yeah, no. So I don't really have major updates. I don't really have a major community updates, staff updates, anything like that. You've got the budget there. No big updates there, except, we're running into our busy months now and it's crazy. It's busy in the front every day, all day. But really nothing terribly notable. Just trying to minimize expenses where we can. Until we kind of get the assistance piece worked out. But even on the admin side, we're, trying to make sure that we're able to provide service to the community, but, pinching our pennies where we can as well. So, I don't think we have anything else major when it comes to the finances. We kind of talked, my biggest thing was shoring things up. A few things, actually. Budget season, the next two board members, public meeting will be in September. October will be the adoption. So I need quorum at both of those because those are publicly posted meetings. For approval of the 2026 budget. We will approve the excess levy appeal as well as part of that budget. So keep in mind for that, but I'll send you over there. But if you have thoughts, anything you want in there, but I mean, really, it's just gonna be adding that excess levy appeal and then it'll be the same budget that we passed this year essentially. No raises for elected officials, but looking at like an average of a 2 to 3% raise, for the staff. But that's important for those, so just heads up for that. All right, Cheryl, that was all I had.
Okay, I had talked to Jason about this. I know we voted to eliminate doing funerals, burials. But I want us to maybe reconsider it. There's no place in town to pay for a cremation. And I did mention to Jason, maybe we could approach some other organizations, since we're able to get it at a cheaper rate.
Cheryl, let me ask you this. What would you think of if we reinstituted it? So we have two, we have maybe 3 or 4, Alfred's, Palmer's, and St. Joe Funeral Home. Those are our 3. Yeah, well, okay. So Alfred's and Palmer's will they claim they can't do it for less than 800. St. Joe Funeral Home will do it for 250. Direct cremations. They're real nice. You know, you get to take the ashes home if you want in a little box, or they'll keep them in their vault forever at St. Joe. We've been allowing Palmer, even though technically we could refuse Palmer and Alfred's because they're not the cheapest. We've been allowing it. What about if we reinstitute it, but only at St. Joe for the 250? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I can just tell you, I get calls all the time for where can I go, Cheryl? Because, you know, my brother didn't have insurance. Or, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm getting something.
Do you hear her on there?
Okay, I'm open.
Do you hear her on there? Mhm.
Okay, hold on.
I think I'm hearing her from your computer.
Cheryl, I'm gonna hang up because you're online now, so it should switch your audio over. Cheryl, are you there? Cheryl, are you there?
Isn't muted, is she?
Mhm. Cheryl,
Yeah, can you hear me?
we got you now.
You got me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. It was all the
So-
time about where can I bury, who's gonna help me bury my brother who has no insurance or whatever. My only question I have is, and I wish Jason, you'd ask them, why is St. Joe so cheap? What is it about them that they
Yeah,
can
no,
do it
I'll-
cheaper?
Knowing that this is being recorded, I will be careful with what I say. I think that the funeral home industry is,
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
I'm gonna say a lot of
They're
things.
business.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of unscrupulous folks that we've had to deal with that I haven't mentioned them by name on this call, that will charge people they'll tell you $4,000, $5,000. I can't do it for any cheaper. And then even when a poor person comes in there, they will try to upsell them. I mean, it's an industry wrought with that. And so St. Joe is just some of my favorite people on the planet because they're just very honest. They're very straightforward. They do it almost as a community service, and they do a real nice job. And so Alfred's doesn't have a crematorium. Yeah,
I
yeah.
go for the cheapest possible because I know, okay, there are people out there who they'll have to hit up every relative for $25.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then they got those relatives who are not going to help pay $25. So I'm whatever it takes so we can do burial back.
Okay, well, I'm open, I'm amenable to that. So we'll reinstitute it, but only at St. Joe or somebody else that'll do it for 250.
Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah,
Muhammad?
I mean, that seems fine.
Yeah, it's okay with me. I mean, it's a service, and it's a service it's.
It really just became about, if we're making cuts, like we couldn't, it was like, look at everything. So, but that's fine, we'll do that. I'm open to that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was sorry I missed the meeting where y'all voted on it and everything. But yeah, this will work.
Cheryl, stick around here. I want to chat with you
Right.
about, your payroll when I end the meeting.
Okay.
Any
I
other?
don't have anything else.
No updates from the fire territory or staffing or anything.
Nope, nothing there.
Okay.
New roof? Already? Again? Wait, how was the pool party?
I heard it was really positive.
He said, I heard. She couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't make it either. Well, good.
Signature right there. Thank you.
Okay, well, if there is nothing else, I think we can adjourn the meeting at 5:48.
Don't hang up, Cheryl.
Meeting
Second?
adjourned.
All right.
I'll second.